Welcome to the final episode in our three-part documentary series where we uncover the most astonishing records left behind by the ancient world. In this final chapter, we step beyond monumental structures and powerful empires to explore enduring mysteries and spiritual legacies, wonders that still inspire curiosity and reverence today. Episode 3: Mystery and Legacy. Wonders that defy time. This episode brings us face to face with sacred traditions, unexplained artifacts, and cultural landmarks that stretch back tens of thousands of years. From temples older than agriculture to eternal flames still burning today, these records don't just represent human survival. They represent humanity's deeper search for purpose and meaning. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to follow us into this final stretch of our ancient odyssey. And stay with us until the end, where we visit a stone-carved city that whispers stories through every chiseled wall. Let's uncover 10 timeless wonders that challenge what we think we know and illuminate the spirit that continues to connect us across the ages. Oldest continuously inhabited cities, Damascus and Jericho. When we talk about cities with deep roots, none reach further into the past than Damascus and Jericho. These two ancient settlements hold the extraordinary distinction of being among the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, places where people have lived, worked, and worshipped for thousands of years without interruption. Jericho, located in the West Bank, boasts evidence of habitation going back to at least 9,000 BCE. Archaeological digs have revealed layers of mud brick dwellings, stone walls, and even an ancient tower that predates the pyramids. Surrounded by the Judean desert, Jericho's spring-fed oasis allowed it to flourish as a center of agriculture and trade at a time when most of humanity was still nomadic. Damascus, Syria's capital, emerges in written records around 1400 BCE, but evidence suggests it may have been inhabited as far back as 10,000 BCE. Strategically located at the crossroads of major trade routes, Damascus became a cultural and economic hub for countless civilizations: Arameans, Romans, Umayyads, Ottomans, and still pulses with life today. The debate over which city holds the true title continues, but what makes both of them remarkable isn't just their age, it's their resilience. Through invasions, earthquakes, and empires rising and falling, people never stopped calling them home. They are living records, breathing, evolving chapters of human civilization. To walk their streets is to step through millennia of unbroken human story. Gobekli Tepe, the first temple, dated 9600 BCE. High on a hilltop in southeastern Turkey lies a place that rewrote everything we thought we knew about civilization. Gobekli Tepe, built around 9600 BCE, is considered the oldest known temple complex in the world, predating Stonehenge by 6,000 years and the Egyptian pyramids by 7,000. What makes this so extraordinary is that it was constructed not by settled farmers, but by nomadic hunter-gatherers. Massive T-shaped stone pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons, are arranged in circular formations. They're adorned with detailed carvings of animals, abstract symbols, and humanoid figures. These were no random stones. They were deliberately placed to form sacred enclosures, likely used for rituals and gatherings. And it all existed thousands of years before the advent of writing, the wheel, or even domesticated agriculture. Gobekli Tepe challenges the idea that religion emerged after farming and urbanization. Instead, it suggests that the desire for communal spiritual experience may have driven people to come together, build, and eventually settle. In other words, temples might have come before cities. This site remains a mystery. Who built it? Why was it buried? And what exactly happened on that hill so long ago? Gobekli Tepe reminds us that sometimes the most profound truths about humanity lie hidden beneath layers of earth, and so deep in our past that it reshapes our understanding of how civilization began. Antikythera Mechanism, world's first analog computer. Discovered in 1901 among the wreckage of an ancient Greek shipwreck near the island of Antikythera, this seemingly unremarkable lump of corroded bronze and wood would later stun the world. Known as the Antikythera Mechanism, it is now recognized as the world's first known analog computer, a device that could predict astronomical positions, eclipses, and even the timing of the Olympic Games. Dating to around 150 to 100 BCE, the mechanism was astonishingly complex, containing over 30 interlocking gears with teeth so precise that they rival 18th century clockwork. When reconstructed, the device revealed an intricate system of dials and rotating hands that mapped celestial cycles and lunar phases. It demonstrated not only mathematical knowledge, but a deep understanding of mechanical engineering far ahead of its time. The Antikythera Mechanism challenges our assumptions about ancient technology. Nothing remotely this complex would appear again for over 1,000 years. Scholars still debate how widespread this kind of knowledge was and who could have built it, perhaps inspired by the teachings of Archimedes or the astronomical traditions of Rhodes and Alexandria. It's a reminder that ancient intelligence was not primitive, it was profound. The Antikythera Mechanism offers a glimpse into a world where science, craftsmanship, and curiosity aligned to create something truly extraordinary, and then was forgotten for centuries beneath the sea. Eternal Flame, Jwala Ji Temple, India. Deep in the foothills of the Himalayas, in the Indian state of Himachal Pradesh, burns a flame that has defied time and the elements. At the Jwala Ji Temple, natural gas seeping from the earth has fueled an eternal flame for centuries, perhaps even millennia. This continuous blaze is not only a natural wonder, but also a sacred symbol of devotion and divinity. The temple, dedicated to the Hindu goddess Jwala Devi, dates back to at least the 1st millennium CE, though local legends suggest the flame has been burning since the beginning of creation. Unlike other temples where the divine is represented by idols, here the flame itself is worshipped as the goddess. Pilgrims from across India and beyond travel to this holy site to witness the miracle and offer prayers. What's remarkable is that despite technological advancement, science still hasn't fully explained how the flame has survived earthquakes, storms, and centuries of human intervention without ever being extinguished. Even Mughal Emperor Akbar is said to have tried and failed to put it out. The Jwala Ji flame is more than a geological anomaly. It's a living symbol of resilience, spiritual continuity, and humanity's eternal connection to the mysteries of nature. It flickers quietly, yet powerfully, as a reminder that some forces are meant to endure. Ngwenya Mine, oldest mining site, 43,000 BCE. Tucked in the ancient mountains of Eswatini, formerly Swaziland, lies the Ngwenya Mine, believed to be the oldest known mining site in the world. This remarkable location shows evidence of ochre extraction dating back an astonishing 43,000 years during the Middle Stone Age. What makes Ngwenya so compelling is that it pushes back the timeline of organized resource use to a period when early Homo sapiens and even Neanderthals still roamed the earth. The site primarily yielded hematite and specularite, rich red iron ores used not for tools but likely for ritualistic purposes. The ochre may have been used for body paint, rock art, or burial rites, suggesting early humans were already engaged in symbolic and cultural behavior far earlier than previously believed. Ngwenya is not just about digging minerals from rock, it's about uncovering the origins of human creativity, spiritual awareness, and societal organization. The mine's layers also contain tools, bones, and charcoal, offering a rare archaeological window into how ancient communities interacted with their environment. It stands as a monument to humanity's deep relationship with the earth, not just as a source of survival, but as a source of meaning. The ancient hands that once scraped red pigment from stone left behind more than color. They left the fingerprint of early civilization itself. Hatshepsut, longest reigning female monarch of the ancient world. In a world ruled overwhelmingly by men, Hatshepsut rose to become one of the most powerful and successful pharaohs in Egyptian history. Reigning for over 2 decades during the 15th century BCE, she holds the record as the longest reigning female monarch of the ancient world, and one of its most enigmatic. Initially acting as regent for her stepson Thutmose III, Hatshepsut eventually declared herself pharaoh, donning the traditional regalia of male rulers, including the false beard. Her rule was marked by peace, prosperity, and prolific building projects. Under her leadership, Egypt expanded trade networks, sent out ambitious expeditions to the land of Punt, and constructed some of the most elegant temples in Egyptian history, including her stunning mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari. Yet after her death, something curious happened. Her name and image were systematically removed from monuments, statues, and inscriptions. For centuries, history nearly forgot her. Was it political revenge by her successors? An effort to preserve the male line of succession? Or something else entirely? Hatshepsut's story is a powerful reminder of how history is shaped, not just by those who make it, but by those who write it. Today, her legacy stands tall once again, not only as a ruler but as a symbol of resilience, leadership, and the power to redefine tradition. The Treaty of Kadesh, global symbol of peace. Signed around 1259 BCE between the Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II and the Hittite king Hattusili III, the Treaty of Kadesh holds the distinction of being the world's oldest surviving international peace agreement. It ended years of bloody conflict over territory in what is now Syria, particularly the city of Kadesh, after one of the largest chariot battles in history. The treaty itself was revolutionary. Rather than boasting of conquest, both sides acknowledged the need for peace, mutual respect, and alliance. It included terms for the return of fugitives, mutual defense clauses, and a sworn oath to uphold the agreement before their gods. Clay tablet copies were found in both Egypt and Hittite archives, written in cuneiform and Egyptian hieroglyphs, making it also one of the first bilingual diplomatic documents. Perhaps most remarkably, a copy of this ancient treaty now hangs on the walls of the United Nations headquarters in New York. It stands not just as a historical relic, but as a living symbol of diplomacy, showing how even in the Bronze Age, humanity aspired to resolve conflict through negotiation. Today, it is often cited in discussions of international law and early diplomacy. The Treaty of Kadesh reminds us that peace is not a modern concept. It is a timeless human pursuit. In a world often shaped by war, this 3,000-year-old agreement continues to whisper that understanding is always possible. Ancient Chinese salt technology, 6000 BCE, Han Dynasty. Long before salt was a staple on dinner tables, it was shaping entire economies and civilizations. In ancient China, the use of sophisticated salt mining and brine extraction methods dates back to at least 6000 BCE, evolving dramatically through the Han Dynasty. These early innovations laid the groundwork for a thriving salt industry that would become one of the most critical components of Chinese governance and economic control. Early Chinese communities extracted salt from salt-rich soil and coastal seawater, but what truly set their technology apart was their invention of deep drilling. By 200 BCE, they were drilling brine wells up to 500 feet deep using bamboo piping, a method that anticipated modern drilling techniques by over a millennium. The brine was then evaporated to produce salt, often by channeling natural gas through bamboo lines to fire evaporation pans, another astonishingly advanced practice. Salt was not only essential for preserving food, it became a government-controlled commodity, taxed and regulated as a source of state revenue. This gave rise to bureaucracies and technological advances, linking salt directly to the development of Chinese civilization itself. The legacy of China's ancient salt industry is profound. It reflects the ingenuity of early science, the roots of industrial technology, and the enduring human effort to extract value from the earth with precision and purpose. Byblos, oldest continuously used port. Byblos, a coastal city in modern-day Lebanon, is widely recognized as the oldest continuously used port in the world. With a history of maritime activity that stretches back more than 7,000 years, this ancient city played a crucial role in shaping trade and cultural exchange across the Mediterranean. From the dawn of recorded history, ships have come and gone from Byblos's harbors, linking civilizations and ideas from Egypt to Mesopotamia. Known to the ancient Egyptians as Kepni and to the Greeks as Byblos, from which we get the word Bible, this city was a vital center for the trade of cedarwood, papyrus, and other goods. Byblos was so central to early communication that it became synonymous with books and scrolls, earning its linguistic place in history. The port's longevity is not just due to its geography, but to its adaptability. Empires have risen and fallen: Phoenician, Egyptian, Assyrian, Greek, Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. But Byblos has endured through them all, evolving with the times while preserving echoes of its past in its ruins, temples, and harbor walls. To stand at the edge of Byblos's ancient dock is to feel the pulse of history. It's a place where trade met tradition, where culture flowed like tides, and where human connection to the sea has remained unbroken for millennia. Carved memories. Petra's rock-cut city. Hidden deep within the sandstone cliffs of southern Jordan lies Petra, an ancient city carved directly into rose-red rock. Once the thriving capital of the Nabatean kingdom, Petra dates back to at least the 4th century BCE and stands today as one of the most visually stunning and mysterious sights of the ancient world. The city flourished as a vital trade hub, linking Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean. But what truly sets Petra apart is its architecture. Elaborate facades like Al-Kazne, the treasury, and the monastery were not built. They were sculpted, chiseled by hand into sheer rock faces. These monumental tombs, temples, and dwellings blend Hellenistic, Mesopotamian, and local design influences, reflecting the cultural fusion of a global crossroads. Despite its grandeur, much about Petra remains enigmatic. How did the Nabateans master hydraulic engineering in such an arid environment? How were such colossal monuments constructed without modern tools? And why was the city eventually abandoned? Petra was lost to the Western world for centuries, until it was rediscovered by Swiss explorer Johann Burckhardt in 1812. Today, Petra stands as both a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It's not just a place, it's a memory in stone, a carved testament to artistry, ingenuity, and the enduring legacy of a people who made their mark on the desert and on history. These are echoes of civilizations who understood something we still chase: beauty, meaning, and legacy. From sacred cities and eternal flames to forgotten machines and carved memories, these wonders continue to speak to us across the ages. If you've enjoyed this journey through ancient records, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more timeless content from History Crossroads. Want to help us keep exploring? Leave a super thanks to support the channel and keep these stories alive. Let's continue uncovering the past together.